Just give me a second. I think there is some technical difficulty. I'm not able to see your chat. So just give me a minute. Right. So today, yes, I am live right now. Okay, I just checked. So today, we are going to be taking a live quiz on the new feature Unacademy has published. We are going to be conducting an live quiz today. So I'm Nischay Manwani. If you are in computer programming, you guys might have heard me by the handle of NM, by which I go on Code Forces, where I'm a grandmaster, or by the handle of NM as well, on which I go on CodeChef as a 6-star programmer. I am from IIT Guwahati, currently studying in my third year, and recently, Unacademy has launched a new feature and basically have quizzes with your friends and participants and join quizzes and basically have those quizzes in live time. So today I'm going to be showing you the whole procedure of how you can have these quizzes on your own. And also we are going to be having a quiz right now of let's say 15 minutes. And basically I'm going to be showing you the whole procedure. Also, this is as if you have any doubts for me, any personal doubts related to your journey on computer programming, or any doubts for me to know how I practice or anything like that, you can ask me in the chat, and I'll be looking at all of the chats on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and basically I'll be answering whatever doubts you might have on computer programming. So let me share my screen onto BlueStacks, and let us start the procedure. So just give me a second. Yes. Right. So open up your phones, right? And open up Play Store in that. So we are going to be downloading first the Unacademy Learning app, right? Make sure you download Unacademy Learning app and not the Unacademy Educator app. So open up Play Store and install this Unacademy Learning app. Once you install this learning app, you will have to log in this app, right? So to log in, you have to put in your phone number, and you will receive a one-time password. And by putting in that one-time password, you will be able to log in into Unacademy free of cost, right? So this is the first step. After this, we will be selecting our goal is computer programming. It is a really simple procedure, but I'm just going step by step here. First, you download the app, log in into the app, then you go to the computer programming goal, or you can also have quizzes on any goal you want. So if you want a quiz on IIT, you can do that as well. You can basically have a quiz on any topic that you want, and we're going to be conducting a quiz on computer programming. That's why we select our goal as computer programming here, and basically go to test, and then you can see all of the quiz functionality there, right? So first of all, I would want all of you to download an Unacademy Learning app on your mobile phones, and once you open it, you will have a screen to log in on Unacademy. So you will have to put in your phone number, and once you put in your phone number, you will receive a one-time password as an SMS on the phone number you put in, right? So basically check out your SMS, and if you receive a one-time password, put that in the app, and you will directly log in to the Unacademy page, right? So as this procedure might take 3 to 4 minutes as to downloading the Unacademy app and waiting for the one-time password to log into the app, I'll wait 3-4 minutes. Up until then, if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the chat itself, and we'll be going forward with the procedure. So for the people who are joining in, we are going to be having a live quiz on this session, this 30-hour session we have. So first of all, download the Unacademy Learning app. You can install this on Google Play. Once you install this, you have to log into the app. So put in your phone number in the app, and you will receive a one-time password. Put that one-time password in the app, and basically you will be logged into the Unacademy app. Once you get into the Unacademy app, I'll detail the next procedure. But first, do these steps: download the Unacademy app and basically log in into the Unacademy. If you have any difficulty doing all this, you can ask me in the chat, of course, if you have any difficulty in doing any of this. And once you're ready, you'll be asked, once you log into the app, you'll be asked what you want your goal to be. So you can also set your goal. Wait a second. So to set your own goal, which you want, click on this change button in the hamburger menu here. So click on this change button, manage goals. You'll be shown all of the goals here. So search competitive programming. And once you select this competitive programming, one goal of competitive programming will be added to your goals, right? So you will be displayed this screen. Basically, on the top, it should say competitive programming so that you have the goal competitive programming selected. Go to test here, right? Once you go to test here, you can basically see the live quiz tab, right? So you'll be selecting the join quiz tab and putting in the ID that I'm going to show you. I'm going to be hosting a quiz now, right? So we are going to be having a quiz on these topics. Let us have 10 questions and let us also have 60 seconds per question. Seems good enough. Let us name the quiz my quiz. This is also the procedure by which you make your own quizzes. You can of course make a quiz of your own, right? So you can select any topic that you want among competitive programming and basically select the number of questions that you want and the time you want and whatever the name of the quiz that you want. And once you click on create quiz, a quiz will be created, right? And this is the ID by which you join my quiz, which is 123852. So one more time, I will explain the whole procedure. First, download the Unacademy Learning app from Play Store, log in into the app, select your goal as competitive programming. And once you select your goal to be competitive programming, select the test button on the middle. Let me go and show you where the test button is. It should be at the bottom of the screen, this test button here. First, make sure that the goal is set as competitive programming. Select the test button and basically go to live quiz and then join the quiz with the ID displayed here, right? Which is 123852. Right? So I'll wait for you to join into this quiz as we are going to be having a quiz with all of you. So just do all of these steps. And if you have any doubt among any of these steps, you can ask me in the chat. And once all of you are in, we'll be starting up the quiz. Hello, Abhishek, and hello, Mitesh. Hello, Bakshi as well. One more time. First, go on over to Play Store, select Unacademy Learning app, install this Unacademy Learning app on your mobile, and then once you get into the Unacademy app, log in into Unacademy. If you have already done this, you would have to do this again, right? And select your goal as competitive programming. You can select it from here by select manage goals and selecting your goal as competitive programming. Once you select your goal to be competitive programming, go on to the test button at the bottom here in the bottom middle. You can see the live quiz. You might not be able to see the practice button because that is reserved for the plus subscribers, but anybody can host a live quiz and join a live quiz, right? So this is free for all. And once you select on the live quiz, once you click on the live quiz, you'll be able to see two buttons, host quiz and join quiz. You'll be selecting the join quiz and putting in the ID 123852, right? So put in this ID here and you'll be able to see it. Also, if you are having trouble finding the app on Google Play, you can click on the link in the description below. It is the Play Store link to Unacademy Learning app. So you can directly go to the Unacademy Learning app through that link. Right? 2 people have joined. So that's good. So just say ready in the chat if you are ready to start the quiz. There are 3 people joined. Let's wait for some more people to join in. If you're not ready and want some more time to get into the quiz, you can just type in the chat as not ready, and I'll be able to see that. But if everyone that wanted to play is joined here, let us start the quiz then. So I'll be starting this quiz. Let me detail what happens in the quiz, right? So you'll be having 60 seconds. We have allotted a time per question, right? So we'll be having 60 seconds per question that you are going to see, and you will be reading that question, and you will be selecting from one of the 4 options that are displayed here, right? You can see the questions from my screen as well and your screen as well, right? So let us start the quiz then, and let us basically play this quiz here. What are the number of permutations of the set 1, 2 up until 2n such that the parity of XOR of first n and last n numbers of the permutation are opposite? Oh, not ready. Join. Right. Quiz ID. Actually, can I exit this quiz? No, sorry about that. If n is even, then the answer will be 2n factorial. If n is, basically you have to count the number of permutations such that the XOR of first n and the last n numbers will be opposite. Right? All of you selected, one selected the option A, one selected option B, one selected option C, right? And we can also see the scoreboard here, and we can see basically which person is at the top right now, right? Consider the following recursive function of a function f. Fn is equal to fn minus 1 plus fn minus 3, and f1, f2, f3 is equal to 1. Fn increases slower than 2 to the power n. Fn increases faster than 2 to the power n. Fn increases slower than 1.25 to the power n. Fn increases faster than 1.2 to the power n, and or both A and D options. So which of these do you think is correct? Right? This is a function fn, and if we have to say what would be f4 here, f4 would be f3 plus f1, which is 2. f5 would be 2 plus 1, which is 3. So this is something like a Fibonacci number, and as Fibonacci number, you know, it is golden ratio to the power n, which is 1.59 to the power n. Which do you think resembles this function here? All of you selected E. It was kind of obvious seeing the questions here, but yes, we go forward. Consider the following fun x comma n. Let answer be 0. While x is less than n, do add x to answer. Replace x by 2 star x plus 1. Fun to n. For every integer I from 1 to n, fun I comma n. The total number of computations performed for fun 2 proportional to n log n square, or n root n. So here we are given a function, and in this function, the answer is 0. And while x is less than n, we are going to be adding x to answer, right? Whatever answer we have, and replace x by 2 star x plus 1. So this is what's by returned by fun x comma n. And for fun 2 comma n, for every integer, we are going to be returning fun I comma n. The total number of conditions performed for fun to n. What is basically the time complexity of this fun to n function? Right? So half of you selected A and half of you selected B. All right. You will also be able to see the correct option once the quiz is over, and you'll be also able to see the problems and basically think about them a little more. This is the repeat problem from before, but let's just wait this one. Up until then, if you have any doubts, you want to ask me, you can ask me on the chat here. If you have any doubts, not ready right now, can't join. Yeah, the quiz is started now, so I don't think you can join in the middle of the quiz. But again, you can create a quiz on your own, and you can basically host quizzes and ask your friends to join in, and you can also basically have quizzes among your friends as well, right? You can create a quiz on your own and basically share the ID among your friends, and you'll be able to have quizzes like these on your own as well. It's not only that I am able to create this quiz, right? Anyone can create these kind of quizzes. Right, so this was the same as the last question. So let's see. To our 67% selected B and 33% selected D. Right? VT Einstein is going at first right now. Coming to the next problem, how many arrays of size 10 are there? Says that if we raise every element to the power 4 and then sum them up, it's equal to 65532. How many arrays of size 10 are there such that if we raise every element to the power 4 and then sum is equal to 65532, right? So we basically have to raise every element to the power 4 and then sum them up. And we have to see if the sum is equal to 6553532. The unique thing about 65532 is that it's to the power 16, I think. To the power 16. Yes, it is to the power 16. So maybe try to link it up with that. Right? That was a hard question. I think this question appeared in one of the quizzes that Unacademy hosts for all of the people, and this was among the hardest problem in that quiz, right? So this problem is really hard. I think what you have to do is you have to apply the Fermat's last theorem, right? In Fermat's last theorem, it has been given that a to the power n plus b to the power n is equal to c to the power n. This has no solutions for n greater than equal to 3, right? So you basically have to think in those terms and basically try to deduce. You don't have to count, basically create an every array and think, all right, what might be the numbers here, right? You just have to prove that, there exists no array like this, or there exists only one array like this. You have to prove something like that. So this question is, now that I've given a hint like this, it might be simple to choose from these options 1023, which is the most likely one here. Choose that one, and right, 50% of you selected C, which I think the correct answer was as 0, but I'm not sure, right? All right, you can still join this quiz even as it's going on, right? So the ID was it will be displayed in the YouTube chart, right? The ID is 123852. So put this ID in your Unacademy app, and you'll be able to join this quiz right now as well, right? For all the people watching in the YouTube chart, let me explain the procedure again. You basically go to Google Play, download the Unacademy Learning app, install the Unacademy Learning app. log in into the Unacademy app, and then select your goal as competitive programming, go to test, and then live quiz and join quiz, and then put in the ID 123852. This seems like a long procedure, but it's not. You basically have to launch your Unacademy app, go to competitive programming, go to test button, and you with the live quiz option right there. The ID is 123852. So put in this ID and you'll be able to join this quiz as well. Hey, 50% of you selected B and 50% as D. Hey. Let us try to solve the next question that's going to be appearing on the screen. If fn is equal to 2 to the power 3 log base 4n, then which of the following will be the most appropriate upper bound of the function? This is really easy. You basically have to swap two numbers around, right? You have to understand the properties of log. Basically understand that a to the power log b is nothing but b to the power log a, right? A to the power log b is b to the power log a. So in here, this would be n to the power 3 log 2 base 4. Now, which of these options seem like the most correct there? Try to think in those terms. Which option corresponds to n to the power 3 log 2 base 4? And select that option. Uh, 50% of selected C, 50% D, but it was the option B, right? Because we are taking n to the power 3 log 2 base 4, right? Log 2 base 4 is half. So n to the power 3 by 2, to n to the power 3 by 2 through calculations, and n to the power 3 by 2 is just n root n. Option B was n root n, and that was the answer. A number is lucky if 7 is one of the most frequently occurring digits in it. How many 4-digit lucky numbers are there? Right? So we have to basically see how many 4-digit numbers are there such that 7 is the one of the most frequently occurring digits in it. I'm going to assume that when all of the digits are distinct and we have 1 7 in it, then it is considered as one of the most frequently occurring digits, right? So we just have to basically, we don't calculate it precisely, but we can still basically analyze what the number should be close to, right? And we can select that option here. 123852 is the ID. So join the quiz right now by typing that ID in the join quiz option. Reach the question, which is the last one. Solve the following recurrence. A is a constant. A to the power n is equal to n choose k plus a n minus 1 if n is greater than k, and a n is equal to 0 otherwise. The formula for a n is, what is the formula for a n? If you have read about the hockey stick theorem, this is nothing but the hockey stick theorem, right? So if you can remember something by the name of hockey stick theorem, or you can imagine the pyramid of the binomial coefficients pyramid, this n choose k is nck, right? N factorial by k factorial, n minus k factorial. So remember that pyramid of binomial coefficients and try to imagine what hockey stick means there, and try to choose one of these options after that. You selected C. I think the option was B, which was n plus 1 choose k plus 1. It is basically hockey stick theorem. You can search it up by the name of hockey stick theorem, and that is nothing but all of the numbers summed up in a line like n choose k result as 1 choose k plus 1, right? So here are the top 3. After the quiz has completed, you will also be displayed the rankings that the people had. VTH Einstein had the first ranking in this quiz, Akash Gupta second, Kavya Mehra third, Akhil Kapoor 3. And you can also go to the solutions of each question, right? You can also see whichever question you thought was hard or was, basically, if you want to figure out what the solution of each question was, you can also look that up here, right? So let's go over that. What were the permutations? Parity of XOR, parity of number of odd numbers. The number of odd numbers is n. Therefore, if n is odd, exactly one of the first n or last n numbers will contain odd numbers of odd numbers, and parity of XOR will be different for all possibilities. Basically, it is trying to justify that whatever permutation you choose, the parity of the first n numbers and the last n numbers is going to be opposite, no matter what you do. That is why the answer here was 2n factorial, which is the number of permutations from 1 to 2 to n, right? So this is one possible solution. You can go over all of the solutions in this quiz, and you can host a quiz like this on your own. Again, as I told, once you install the Unacademy app and log in into it, first you have to select whichever goal you want, right? I selected computer programming, but you can select any goal that you want in this list. Maybe you want to have a quiz on bank exams, you can go there as well, right? Once you go into a goal as computer programming, as I selected here, you go to the bottom button, which is test, right? And you will see the live quiz option. If you select the live quiz option, you can host a quiz and create a quiz on your own, or your friends can join that quiz by basically typing in whatever ID you get after hosting a quiz. So you host a quiz, you get an ID, you join the quiz by typing in that ID, right? So if I host a quiz like this on primary tests, next, let's have 5 questions and let's have 80 seconds for each quiz, and let's give it a title. So I'll be displayed the ID here, which is 606178, right? And you can basically type in this ID to join here as well. We're not going to have this quiz right now. Maybe if you want to, you can type into the chat and we can have another quiz. But basically, I'm showing how you can create a quiz on your own and join this quiz, right? So if you have any doubt on how to do this, you can ask in the chat. And again, if you want to know the schedule of all the free live classes that happen on Unacademy, you can get that schedule by the link unacademy.cc/daily learning. Let me share my screen and show you the link. Right, you can also click on the link in the description below, which is unacademy.cc/daily learning, and you'll be able to see all of the free live classes that CodeChef plus Unacademy hosts, right? So let me share my screen on that. And application window. Right. So it is the link unacademy.cc/daily learning. This is a link where we basically have all of the free live classes that Unacademy hosts. So if you had trouble in keeping track on what classes are going to come and what classes do I have to attend, you can basically go to this link. This is refreshed every Monday. So each Monday you will be basically displayed with the different schedule for the following week. So right now we have the schedule from 8th February to 14th February. And I have a class in here on 10th February as Moore's algorithm, theory and problem solving. We'll basically be discussing Moore's algorithm and also discussing a problem based on Moore's algorithm from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So basically you can keep track of all of the classes here. All of these classes are free, right? The classes displayed here are free. So you can join these classes without an Unacademy subscription. And yes, if you do have any doubts on the usage of this app or the usage of unacademy.cc/daily learning, right, you can ask me in the chat, or yes. So this was all for today. Again, if you have any doubts that you want to ask me after the class, you can go to my handles on Codeforces and CodeChef. Go to the NM handle on Codeforces, which is the capital E small n, capital E small m, and basically ask a question on me there. Or you can go to CodeChef as well. It also has the feature of messaging. You can basically discuss for me there and ask whatever you want me there. and related to your personal journey or anything that you want to know in computer programming, you can ask me there, and or you can ask me on the details of this app as well. And yeah, bye for now, and I'll see you day after tomorrow in my class on Moore's algorithm.